Hello, fellow adventurers. This week we whisk you away to a quaint seaside hamlet. Join us as we immerse ourselves in a natural fish spa in the wild off the back of Expedition Barefoot, leaving our feet very soft. And don't miss out on John's Portofino segment where he dives into answering your burning questions about our latest boat build. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into another cool adventure together. We are John and Ali, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world. 'Cause life is better barefoot. With the anchor set nicely, we settle into our new location with a welcoming warm shower, early dinner, and the comfort of our snuggly bed. Tomorrow we'll explore Ooch-a-is, or however you pronounce it. Looking forward to that. Well, good morning, guys. Beautiful sunrise. It's something you never get tired of. Breakfast. Breakfast this morning. Eggs Benedict. So we've just come in off the dinghy. We've come into this cute little village. Actually, it's called a hamlet. It makes it even cuter. And it's got cute little things like little cafes and lots of eateries and lots of places selling, you know, homemade wares and herbs and fruiter and greengrocer, and it's a gorgeous little place. Very sleepy because it's just off the season now, but it's you know, printed kind of lucky eyes, little dresses. We don't have any boy stuff. It's all girl stuff. You could get one of those. They're lovely. $4.50. Or you have all these little doobies hanging along the fringe. It's very sweet. You just roll it up and have it around your head, you know. So Mama's sitting up there. Of course, traditional Turkish rugs. You gotta love them.
On the boat, there is generally space for very small and narrow long kilns like this. I will deliver them to Australia. George Russell.
I love that. I can't help it. Should go on the wall. Should go on the floor.
This is similar to this one in smaller size.
And what? That's not silk, or
That's silk also, but this is less expensive. The other has more knots, you know.
Oh, we're seeing another one. Oh, that's beautiful. How much is that one?
That one is 600 euro. This is more for the wall.
Yeah, it's
Pictorial, you know.
too beautiful for the floor.
Pronounce the name of this town.
Very difficult to pronounce for you.
Ucagiz or Ooch-a-is.
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 Yeah. It means three doors or three entrances because there is three ways to enter by the sea here. They should change the name of that village. Yeah. They should change and
I've forgotten it already.
they should do Kekova, for example.
Yeah, that's
Kekova. Ooch-a-is difficult.
So is that again?
Ooch-a-is.
Ooch-a-is.
A-is.
Yes.
Yes, they're made of pumpkins. The tradition of crafting Turkish gourds originated in Anatolia, Turkey, as a practical solution for utilising locally abundant materials such as pumpkin and squashes. Artisans began to carve and decorate these gourds, transforming them into beautiful and functional objects. This evolution turned the tradition into an art form reflecting the creativity and craftsmanship of the Turkish culture. They even make them into musical instruments.
The very protected bay of Olu-Deniz, beside the village of Ooch-a-is. Outside here you've got a big castle on the hill at Kalakoy, which is another village. There is a sunken city over there.
Sweet little town. All the locals just sit out and watch all the tourists that come by, which aren't many at the moment. There's a little sweet cafe. They have all little cute little things on the windows and light. Well, he brought me to town, showed me carpets, showed me beautiful china, hand painted. Didn't buy me any of them. You gonna buy me a coffee?
Of course I will. You can buy whatever you want. She's such a liar.
Might get the little hand painted things on the way back. I like the rug though. All the boards. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And there's Expedition Barefoot. Feels like we're on a floating raft here. Expedition Barefoot's right there. Okay, so what are we having?
Well, we're going to ask about the pancakes that says ask. There's no fries. Turkish coffee.
Turkish coffee?
With the gravel.
Fresh orange juice. And a pancake maybe. So what seems to be taking the time, honey?
Well, we ordered Turkish coffee and orange juice, and the guy walked away and called to one of his mates who said in Turkish, you know, portakal is oranges from the supermarket, and dug in his hand and got out some money. So somebody's running to the supermarket to get the oranges so they can be freshly squeezed for Elizabeth's orange juice.
How lovely.
How sweet.
Only by picking do you get fresher oranges than that. Okay, clearly they had enough coffee on hand. They've always got enough coffee on hand. And they always serve it. Look at this cute little coffee cup. And they always serve it with water on a little tray.
And why is that, honey, that they give you water with Turkish coffee?
Because it's so strong.
No, it's because of the gravel at the bottom. You always get a little bit of gravel, so you got to have water to wash it away with.
They should provide a spitty cup as well. So my orange juice arrived. Cold and fresh. It's really good orange juice. Hey, easy.
Not rations.
You got coffee. Check out this. Pomegranates growing wild in Turkey. You love it. You just love it. Guys, we've just popped a little green light in the water off the back transoms, and we want to show you how many fish there are there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yep. Okay, put your feet in there.
Ooh, they go for me.
And they're nibbling.
Yeah, they are. All the time.
I want to do this.
Put your foot right in.
Hey! Oh my goodness. I want the little ones. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm getting some big ones.
Did you see that one? I can still feel them on my feet. So, honey, you're having a Gara fish spa.
I am.
Natural, a la naturel, right here off the back of the boat. How cool is that?
It's just the big ones that worry me a little bit.
Nibbling all your little dead skin cells off your feet. If there was an equivalent to the Turkish Gara fish that you see in tanks in spas that nibble the dead skin off your feet, then it would be these little cleaner fish guys. Although these guys live in salt water, they both are found in Turkey.
Get me to put my feet in. Honey! talked yourself into the big ones.
There's big ones, look! See how big they are. There are several types of cleaner fish in marine ecosystems that serve similar ecological roles. Cleaner fish are known for feeding on parasites and dead skin cells of larger fish or marine animals. Or, on the other hand, another theory is they might just be attracted to the smell of our feet. For any of our marine guys out there, put a comment below what you think they are. Fish are attracted to green, blue and purple lights underwater from boats due to various reasons relating to their physiology and their behaviour. These colours can provide better camouflage, enhance visibility of prey, stimulate mating behaviours or aid in navigation. Certain species like tuna and swordfish are known to be particularly attracted to blue and green light, which is utilised in fishing practices around the world. Red light, on the other hand, is absorbed quickly into the water and is less visible in depths, making it useful for photography and research by not disturbing the marine life. Squid are attracted to a range of colours, but they are particularly sensitive to bioluminescent light and may be drawn to blue and green wavelengths. And these colours often emit a natural bioluminescence light emitted by various marine organisms, which they love to eat. Hi guys, thanks for watching, and if you're new to our channel or you haven't subscribed yet, we're encouraging you to subscribe because we really wouldn't want you to miss out on all the exciting stuff we have coming up in the future.
And that'll also help us get the videos out to more folk as well. So go ahead and do it right now, guys.
Make it happen.
Hi guys, so today we're going to do something we've never done before, which is actually go through some of your comments, and we really appreciate all the comments you send in to us because not only is it great information, but it's giving us feedback on the videos and it's giving us great ideas for the Portofino 52 that we're in the middle of building.
And I know you'll all be wondering where I am. I'm behind the camera. He's doing solo today.
Okay guys, so we're going to go straight in and share with you a comment from Lincoln, who is asking for a more comprehensive video on hull flare, specifically in relation to the extra buoyancy and non-pitch poling design. So we'll probably do that again in more detail later, but just for now I want to discuss the pitch poling thing because it seems like a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about. So with a catamaran you've got two hulls in big winds and big waves. You're going down the waves at high speed because you're sailing faster than the waves. When you get to the bottom of the wave, a sharp narrow hull will just keep on going straight downwards. The hull goes straight down into the water, then the boat stops in the water because of all the resistance. The sail is up there, and the sail, which is now being forced with the wind, pushes the boat over essentially.
You can't say that.
You can't say that, she says. You can't say that. A over T. It goes forward and over the top like that, and that is one of the ways a light catamaran can capsize. The other way obviously is if you're sailing sideways to the wind and you're on waves, and obviously you just capsize that way. So those are basically the two ways a light or any catamaran can capsize. But the flares of the hull increases your buoyancy because you've got fatter hulls above the waterline. If your bows ever get to the point where you're digging in, that extra buoyancy pushes the boat up again. And in our 42-foot catamaran that I built over 20 years ago, there were many times where we would be burying the hull into an oncoming wave, and that extra buoyancy was just fantastic at lifting the bow back up and pulling it upright. The key when you're sailing downwind is to slow the boat down. That's why you need drogues out the back, and that's what we did in the Atlantic crossing. Hopefully that helped in relation to the pitch poling, Lincoln. And yes, we will do a more detailed episode on the hull flare and the buoyancy at a later time as well. So thanks for that, Lincoln. Jeff asked some questions about the standing room because he is 6'7". What are the heights in the hulls? I'm 6'7" high, looking for a good fit. So I actually didn't know them all. I knew they're high, but Raphael sent us the details. The standing room in the boat is 204 to 207 centimeters almost everywhere. It's 217 centimetres in the dinette and 197 to 200 centimetres in the back bathroom. The lowest height is 197 centimetres, which is 6 foot 5.5. So really in the one bathroom, you're going to be having to drop your head by 1.5 inches to stand up, Jeff, but I think that's pretty good. So hopefully that helps. Random for Real commented on the Delos boat that they're thinking about building in New Zealand, where they had mini keels and a skeg, and all of their props and their rudder was fully protected by this mini keel, and he is suggesting maybe that's something we should look at with the Portofino. Now the thing is with the Portofino, it is a centerboard boat and it's beachable and very shallow draft, so we do not have mini keels. So the mini keels are not there to help protect the shaft or the rudders, but what we're going to have on the rudders is a mini skeg, which is just a flat plate of aluminium in front of the rudders. So if the rudders here, a log comes along, the log will hit the skeg and drop down below the rudders. Thanks again, Random for Real, for that comment. It's a very important point, and something when you're doing long distance cruising, very important to keep your rudders and your props protected from debris and damage. We got a comment from Kirk Thompson about something which I never knew, but apparently the number one reason for people to trade in RVs is them not having an island bed. If you can't walk around your bed to make your bed, making a double bed is really, really tricky. And because most of the performance catamarans are designed just with solid sides, so that is a major pain in the backside and awkward as anything to make your bed, tuck the sheets in the top, then get all the sheets looking tidy. Kirk is our newest Patreon, so thanks very much.
The crowd goes wild.
So thanks very much, Kirk, for joining the Patreon family. Another interesting comment was from Entropic, and this was, would it be accurate to say that this is an aluminium lagoon with respect to its volume stroke length ratio? And I suspect this is just a misunderstanding. Entropic, because the hulls on this boat are very, very narrow through the water. This is a performance boat. As you can see from the polars, we do phenomenal speeds. This is nothing like a lagoon. We may have lots of space, wonderful living areas. This boat will do 12, 15 knots, and we will do great passage making. So we just want to sail safely, fast, and have it easy for us without any stress. We've had several people commenting on the aluminium tanks in different ways, so I'll go through those now. This is a comment from Mike Ferguson, so thanks very much, Mike, for that. This is a really important aspect, and he says I would prefer plastic fuel tanks, as he's had aluminium fuel tanks in the past and they developed pinhole leaks that had to be welded after 12 years. We have also had aluminium tanks in our 42-foot cat that I built. The rusting I was getting in my tank would probably be the same reason as you were getting rusting in your aluminium tanks. The tank sits in an area and you get debris and dirt and muck underneath the tanks. It's in that dirt that there will be probably metal fragments that are causing the pinhole rust and electrolysis. I don't believe with our integral tanks that are actually the outside of the hull, there is nothing against that aluminium to make it rust, so we should not get rust. With regards to our diesel tanks, we do have big inspection hatches that we can look in the tanks to check on a regular basis to make sure there's no corrosion or damage happening on the inside of the tanks. Oh.
Anyone else want a cup of tea?
What service? Okay, so Chris Harding says aluminium is a horrible choice for sewage holding tanks because urine is so corrosive. He became aware of this issue when he had to replace a 5-year-old tank. It was the wells that were affected more by the corrosion, apparently. He ended up doing a bunch of research and found out that aluminium should not be used for sewerage. So thanks very much, Chris. And thanks also to Jason, because he also said epoxy coat the inside of the Blackwater tank. Raphael is aware of this because I've asked him. So yes, this is what's going to be happening. The Blackwater tanks are going to be epoxy coated to prevent this as a risk. So thanks very much, Jason. Clearly that is the way to go. So look, thanks very much to everyone who made comments, and please keep the comments coming. We appreciate all of these comments extremely highly. I'll have my cup of tea and we'll see you all later.
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. We did buy a few treasures at Ooch-a-is. John already getting use out of his scarf. We did buy that nice white cotton shirt and had a meal or two. I call it supporting the local economy, although I didn't get my traditional Turkish rug. But the season is young and there is plenty of time for more villages to visit. John, be very afraid. Till next week, guys, stay safe and keep your dreams in front of you. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of an exciting way to save lives around the world, join our Patreon family and get up close and personal with us.